What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, I bought something else. I went on a shopping spree. I thought I needed some new content for the channel, something to freshen things up and something to just get me excited and motivated again. And that was a month or more ago. I bought quite a few cars, and here they sit. This is the last one that you guys have not seen a dedicated video on. I saved it for last because this one is probably not going to be nearly as easy as the rest of them. This is my 1970 International Harvester 1000 pickup truck. This is a short bed pickup truck, and it's got some interesting options. I'll show you the interior here in a minute, but this is a V8 truck. The size, I have no idea. It's got air conditioning, and if I remember correctly, this may be a 4-barrel. I don't even remember. It's been so long. It's a nice old truck, but you can tell by the buildup back here. See, they washed it to make it look good, which makes sense, but you can see through all of here how bad this thing really is. If there's fuel in it, that's not good. It's not fuel that I believe is going to run. The tires all match, and they are date-coded 2020, which is interesting because it appears the last time this truck had actually been on the road was 2007, because if you look up here, sorry, 2017, my bad. 2017, 8/15 of 17 is when it was due back for an oil change, and it should have returned at 68,761 miles. But it's got 65,951 miles. So obviously the odometer was working, because they would have had this come back right around the 3,000 mile mark. So I do believe the odometer works. I do believe that is the right date. So from 2017 to 2025, the guys, 7 years that I believe she's been parked. Now, why in 2020? Somebody decided to put tires on it? I have no idea. Then we have an inspection sticker. I think that's what this is. Yeah, Mississippi inspection sticker dated 2014, just a few years prior to this sticker. And if you look at this sticker, where was this located? Because this thing's been all over, apparently. This was Cleveland, Mississippi. Interesting. I ended up buying this. I'm fairly certain, if I remember correctly. Oh, I've got the receipt right here, actually. Let's see where I bought this from. I thought I bought this from, like, Washington State. It was sold through... No. It was sold in Mississippi. Okay, I didn't realize that. And it'll also tell me how much I paid for it. So, ooh, wow. Well, I didn't expect that. So my winning bid, I remembered it was $5,300, but after all the charges, shipping, and all that great stuff, no, there's no shipping on this. I paid for shipping separately. This came out to $6,297. Woo! And that was without shipping. If I remember correctly, shipping was $1,000. So, these auction cars can get really expensive, really, really quickly. To open the hood, it's right here. You got to kind of pull down, and you got to hold it. And oh my goodness. I can't do this one-handed. There we go. Okay. So now we can look at everything that's going on under here. Again, obviously, she's been parked for a long time. It looks like before it was parked, somebody had put new belts on it. It's relatively, clean, considering the age. Relatively clean under here. What size engine is this? I don't have a clue, and this is not there's no, like, emissions label, at least nothing that I can find, that tells you anything about the engine. It does say International. It's even got some writing. It says something engine, something, something, something. This may just be a 2-barrel carburetor, guys. I thought it was a 4-barrel. Maybe a 2-barrel, but we got no power brakes. This is interesting. We got old school mechanical brakes. Thankfully, it's the 2-pot variety. A little bit safer. We've got power steering. And then we've got an interesting location for an oil filter down there. We've got an air compressor, meaning factory AC car. And there's your heater core right there. Super easy to get to. I love that design right there. That is great. There's your evaporator, and there's your condenser. And let's take this off. We're going to take this off anyway, just to see what's under. I thought this was a 4-barrel, but this looks like it's going to be a two-barrel version. If anybody has any information on this truck, if anybody knows this truck, you recognize it, you know the owner, you know the story, you know, definitely shoot me a message and let me know. I'd be very, very interested in finding out what the story is with this truck. I love a good story. Part of the story is she was running, guys. This isn't like somebody put a new air filter, did a quick tune-up on it, and then sent it down the road. Like, this is a dirty air filter. This thing was running and driving at one point. Let's see if this will just pop off. It's probably got a hose. Yeah, it's got a hose attached to the bottom here. There's no battery. I took the... Oh, my goodness. Really? You're going to fight me? Fine, have it your way. There we go. We got it. Looks like an old Holley. It is. It says Holley right on the front. 2-barrel carburetor. Honestly, looks pretty good. Is it frozen? No, it moves freely. So there's a lot of things we should do before we go and put a battery in it. Just try to start it. But I'm not going to do any of those. I am simply going to throw a battery on it, squirt some starting fluid or something in. I'm going to try to make this thing run. A little bit of rust down there, guys. A little bit of rust. We're going to figure out which one's hot and which one's ground. I'm assuming this goes straight to the block. That's ground. The battery, we're going to be using the one that came out of it. Probably not the best idea, but I put it on charge. There's no date code on it either. Nothing. This battery says absolutely nothing. It's a 24-700. We're just going to plop her in, man. And maybe the battery's good. Probably not. Either way, it doesn't matter. Make sure we got this right? Look at all that corrosion. This is a nationwide battery, 24-700. So this is positive. We'll kind of just set that on there, make sure there's no smoke. Terminals are not getting warm or hot. All right. Next, we should check the oil and the coolant. To be honest with you, I have no idea where the oil dipstick is. Is it on this side? Where is it? What an easy truck to work on, though. I mean, I'll give it that. Let's check the coolant. Uh-oh. There we go. What do you think? Dry as a bone, probably. No, she's got... You guys probably can't see it. She's got coolant about up to here. She's got coolant in her. All right. I'd love to find the oil dipstick, though. What I think is crazy is how easy this is. Look at all the room you have. If you need to pull the engine, look at all the room you've got back here to work. That is insane. I still don't see... Oh, the dipstick's right here. It's up front. And the distributor is up front, too. It says add, but she's got oil. Which means after the oil change, somebody drove it. Somebody drove it because the oil is dark in color. Somebody was driving this thing, man. So I wonder if it just got put away. Like, the brakes don't exist. Somebody did a crappy respray on this. It's really bad. They did not prep. They just shot some dark green. This used to be a really light green truck. And if I were to repaint it, I'd probably go back to the original color, that really light green that the truck was originally. We are absolutely just going to turn the key and see what happens. In fact, I've got some gasoline too. I don't trust that the gas tank is going to work. But I mean, if we can get it fired up on starting fluid, I am down to throw a few gallons of gasoline in the gas tank. See what happens. Let's see what this thing does. Let's see if she's charged. Shows 12 volts. So that's plenty. Let's go ahead and boost it. Just give her a little extra. Hopefully this thing doesn't shoot flames because I did not bring my fire extinguisher out here. I've got a little bit of carb cleaner. This is not the right thing to use. I have gasoline too, but I figure we'll just shoot a little of that in there. You know, maybe it'll pop off. Probably not. Surely it's not going to be that easy. Oh, we got a turn signal working too. Oh, the hazard lights are on? Whatever. Oh, come on. And we have something that says auxiliary fuel, ignition, lighter, throttle, choke. Where are the... Where's the hazards? Because I hear... Here they are. There we go. It clicks, it does nothing. Here's your air conditioning, cooler, warmer, heat, AC, blower. It's on. There's the blower. Radio. Oh, volume, fader. Yeah, this is long done. What tape is this? Collective Soul dosage. So, what we've got here is it makes no attempt. Gas pedal appears to work. It makes zero attempt to start. And you can see that it's trying, because look at that alternator gauge. When you turn the key, all right, so, whew, it is hot. Look at it, I'm already just drenched in sweat out here. It's so humid. So, the mechanical choke works. You can see the choke is closed. That's good news. Where's the starter? I'm assuming it's on the driver's side. We can shut that booster pack off for now. I would be interested to see what's going on down there. I see the starter. I see the wires. Maybe that's why it got parked. Maybe the starter gave out and they didn't want to mess with it anymore. It doesn't hurt to give it a good tap to check the trans fluid. It's not whoa. Jeez Louise. That's fine. Well, at the end of the day, she's got trans fluid. Doesn't look too bad. Transmission's the last thing I'm really concerned about right now. We got to figure out what's going on with the starter. So give me a minute. Let me climb around in here and see what I can find. Well, look who's here. We've got the dog. We're going to see, after beating on this starter, if it's going to make any attempt to... What do you want? Oh, come on. Really? Again? Okay. Skedaddle. I beat on the starter. Nothing. You can hear the solenoid kicking over, but the starter's doing absolutely nothing. So, come on. Sometimes you just click it and you might get her to come to life. No. I checked the wires, and it looks like the signal wire's there, the hot wire's there. Everything is where it's supposed to be. I know what a lot of you are probably thinking. Engine's locked up. Now, I already checked. I grabbed the fan, and I had to push on the belt. I had to grab the belt, really put some tension on it, but I was able to get the motor to turn over a good, I mean, not a full revolution, but I mean, it turned easily. Didn't seem like there was any problem turning the motor over at all. I don't see any wiring issues. I mean, the wiring on this thing isn't the greatest. Then again, pretty much everything on this isn't the greatest. But I don't see anything stopping this thing from trying to start. We've got our signal wire on the starter. In fact, it looks like we've got two of them. Both of them are on there good and tight. And the positive is also on there good and tight. Even if we had a bad ground, I'm using this, which provides a ground. So it should still be trying to turn over. And it doesn't. And beating on the starter didn't seem to help, which leaves me wondering, was it parked because it just needed a starter? I mean, that'd be crazy. I'd have to figure out what engine this is so that I would know what starter to get. But seriously, how expensive could a starter be for an old pickup truck? And it doesn't look like it's even that difficult to replace. Well, I just climbed under the truck and beat on the starter from underneath it. This is a small truck, man. You actually kind of need a jack if you're going to get under here at all. Let's see what happens. Probably nothing. No. Hear it clicking. Just like it was before. All right. Well, I guess that puts an end to this video pretty quick. I have no doubt that it's the starter, guys. No doubt at all. The solenoid is clicking over like it's supposed to. You can hear it. Click, 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 click. Solenoid's definitely doing its job, but the starter is not working. I said earlier I didn't think this was a hard starter to get to. I'm going to be honest with you. Now I think maybe it kind of is a difficult starter to get to. We'll have to see. That does not look fun. There's exhaust, and you got a lot of like frame and stuff in the way, and I've never worked on one of these before. I know absolutely nothing about an International Harvester. I mean, I don't even know what size engine this is. Surely somewhere on it there'd be a stamp, but I don't even know where that's at. If I spent a little time on Google, I bet I could figure it out. What's it say on the intake here? It says, I can't read that. I can't read what that says. Can you guys see it? Nah, it's too messed up. Maybe you guys can see it. I don't know. There's some numbers there. Probably a firing order. Yeah, that says firing order is what it says, but I can't read that either. So, what do? Just order a starter, cross my fingers, hope for the best? How difficult is starter replacement on this thing? Something tells me we're going to find out. The goal with this was originally, I just want to see if I can get it to run and drive. The brakes are completely gone. It has no brakes. Those don't exist. So driving it, you know, carefully, maybe we could. I think if we get that starter replaced and we throw some fuel in it, I think with some fresh gasoline, she'll run. Whether the fuel tank is any good or not, I don't know. Honestly, the condition of the truck, it's not awful. You know, some of you in the Rust Belt are going to look at this and say, this thing is rust-free. At the same time, like there is rust bubbling through here, guys. It's not the worst. It's not the end of the world. It's definitely savable, but take a look. You got some rust starting in the bed as well. I don't see anything that's going all the way through. Everything looks very solid. Well, no. We got some through right there. You can see daylight. So it's not perfect. And then all of this paint, just a horrible job. This was a horrible job painting. Nothing is sticking. There's bare metal that's rusting under there. Same thing with all of this. It's cracking. And this paint is just, look at this. It's not rusted through. Cab corners look solid. Rockers are solid. Fenders look good. It does have a little bit of rust. The floor pans feel fine. I haven't felt any soft spots. Has brakes that are non-existent. But other than that, I mean, it's not too bad. This is not something that I have time to jump into and try to like rebuild and get actually to where you could daily drive it. But what I would like to do with it is get it running, get it to where you can actually get it up and down the road, make sure the transmission works. And then as long as, you know, as we can get it running and driving and moving under its own power, I say then it's move it on to somebody else. Because as you can see, I don't have time. I've got a yard full of cars. I just got in one of my moods where I had to buy something, and this was one of a group of cars that I ended up buying. It was this one. It was this Dodge Charger, which turned out to be a great car. And then also the Corvette. This is a flood car from Florida, Punta Gorda, Florida. Flood car, hurricane saltwater flood car. We got it running and driving too. I mean, the goal is with most of these cars to take them from where they're at and make them better. Not to make them perfect, but to make them better than they were so somebody else can actually do something with them, get some use out of them. I probably paid too much for the old truck. I don't know what they're worth because I don't know anything about them. So I'm going to let you guys drop your comments below and tell me what you think. I will tell you that you know what I paid for it. The good news is, though, it went to Vehicles for Veterans, and I can't complain about that. That's money going to a good cause, guys. Even if I overpaid for it, even if I end up losing money on the deal, it's still money that went to a good cause. So you're not going to hear me complain, except for these stupid stickers. Why? Why do these stickers have to be so problematic? You know what I mean? Why can't we just have stickers that go on and come off easily? Look, you got to peel them off in like layers. You know what I mean? It's just one little piece at a time. Yeah, tiny piece that time. So much fun. You could get a razor blade and do it, but that's no fun, guys. I would much rather sit here and peel stickers like this all day. Guys, gals, I'm close to giving up. Here's what I did. I went and got my own Lone Wolf 6000, and I promptly burned it up. But here's what I got. I got the starter to start spinning. I directed it straight to the motor instead of to the relay or to the solenoid. I bypassed the solenoid, went straight to the lug that goes to the motor and to the battery, and she did spin. Here's the unfortunate thing. Number one, I burned up the Lone Wolf, so that doesn't work anymore. And the second unfortunate thing is the Bendix is never extended. The motor turned, not the engine, the starter motor. Zing, zing, zing. The engine never spun. Never. So here's what we're going to do. I'm about to call it a day. It is 150% humidity. It's incredibly hot, and I'm done. I'm I'm really frustrated. I've been under the truck with a hammer. I've beaten on it from the top, from the bottom. It took forever to get the clamps from the Lone Wolf, even to get to the starter, to the motor lug, the actual lug that goes directly to the motor. That was a major pain. Like, I mean, my hands are, it's not fun. It's not fun. So we're gonna give her one good old try before I say I'm done. Who is calling me? I can't deal with this right now, man. I've got 1,000,001 things going on. I'm losing patience. I try to stay upbeat in most of my videos, so let's not end on a sour note, right? Okay, here we go. We got juice. The key's in it. It'll either do something or it won't. I'm hoping that maybe we shock the motor back to life by running a direct connection to it. Oh. No. No. Oh. I didn't think that'd work. I didn't think that would work. I did not think that would work. Oh my goodness. She busted off too. Like for a second, she busted off. Are you serious? Let's open that choke up. Okay. Hey, you get no complaints out of me. I'd love to fill the float bowl up, but I'm gonna need, now I'm excited. I was about to quit. I was done. I just went inside, told Jessica, I'm finished. I'm pissed off. I burned up my Amazon Lone Wolf. I didn't think this thing was gonna crank over. I'm done. Now that it cranks, damn it. She thought we were getting ready to go. Oh, no, ma'am. Nope. We got to figure this out. So she cranks now. She cranks good. It even busted off, guys. She busted off for a second. So we can put a little gasoline down her. I'm going to need to find something. Maybe I got a straw here. Let's try to fill up the float bowls, and maybe we can get her to do something a little more. She probably doesn't prefer to run on carburetor cleaner. And I still don't have a fire extinguisher, which would be a great... Come on. There it is. She's running. We got oil pressure. She's charging. That's all I wanted from you, girl. That's all I wanted. I just want to know you run. Just want to know that you'd run. You got oil pressure. And she does. She does. So the next trick is, look, even the alternator's charging. She's up 12.3 volts now. So next, here's what we do. We need to crack this fuel line loose, and we need to see if we can get some gas coming out of this thing. Chances are not going to happen. This gas tank is probably ruined. I'd be willing to bet there's nothing in it. This is how you did it back in the day. If you didn't have a working gas gauge, you shook it. You'd get it shook real good like this. Then you'd listen. Uh-oh. I got news for you guys. Guess what? She's got gas. She's got something. She's got something. So the question is, should we just crank on it and hope that something comes out? I think we need to get a wrench. Let's get a wrench. Let's come over here and crack this loose, and let's see if anything's coming out from the fuel pump. So I've disconnected the fuel line. I blew through it, and the problem is I can blow through it, which makes me think that we probably got a leak somewhere. We're gonna crank it just a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll see if we get, I don't want to work that starter too hard, but we'll see if we get anything coming out of that fuel line. What she wants to run. Let's let that starter cool off. Now let's go take a look, see if anything's coming out, which I bet it's not. I don't expect it to. Fuel pump's probably bad. Yeah, there's nothing coming out of there, at least not yet. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking fuel pump is probably trashed. I'm assuming it runs down, comes down this side. Could be one of these soft lines. Could be a hard line. I don't know. But I'm thinking maybe what we should do is go get a clicky clacky. I've got one somewhere. Let's go grab a fuel pump, hook it directly to the battery, plug it into a can of gasoline, just hook it up to this thing, and let's feed her some fuel and see what she does. Boy, oh boy, I was able to get some gas out of the tank. That was not expected. Every time I turn around, something else with this truck surprises me. Let's see if we got any gasoline coming out now. No, we sure don't. That sucks. Man, I'm telling you guys, I feel like we're close. I feel like we're really, really close. I may just have to hook up the clicky clack. I was hoping to get it running on its own pump. Probably not. It may have a fried pump. Let's see if we got anything coming out of it. No, there's nothing coming out of this. Nothing at all. Dry as a bone. So it looks like what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to force feed her. I was going to use the gas in my gas can, but I think we might be able to pull some of the fuel out of the tank and get this run in here. All I got to do is kind of figure out how to splice in to these two lines here with my fuel pump. And guys, we might have this thing trying to run on its own here in just a matter of minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been busting my knuckles out here. I'm not kidding. I've really knocked my knuckles around. What I decided to do was fill up the bowls using an electric fuel pump. And it's going to try to run off the gas that's in the tank. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? She's gonna die here in a minute because I don't have fuel being constantly supplied to it, unless the fuel pump starts working. If the factory pump starts working again, there's almost nothing coming out of that exhaust pipe. If the factory pump comes back, she'll stay running. It'll just push it through the electric fuel pump. But I anticipate she's gonna end up dying on us here soon. Alternator's charging. Oil pressure is good. Power steering is a yep. Lights? Who knows? Let's take a look. I still think she's gonna die any minute now. Yeah, lights. Lights. Alternator charging at 13.5 volts. Guys, I would have thought she would have died by now. She's gonna start warming up on us if we're not careful. Look at all the crap that's blowing out the exhaust. Lights, even license plate lights, everything's working. You're joking me. I think the fuel pump came back to life, guys. Brake pedal is a no-go. There's nothing. We could pop that cap off and just see. Let's shut her down. Start her back up. First try. No way, man. I don't want to try to move it just yet. Because there are zero brakes. I mean, absolutely none. I can't believe this. We're gonna put a little water in her. She's running on her own. And she's running quite well, I might add. On old gas, look, it's starting to burn off some of that old oil and stuff in here. I did not anticipate this. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. I didn't think for a minute that the old fuel pump would come back to life. We're gonna add a little bit of water. The coolant is it's a little low. It's down to about here. So, and look, the battery's taking a charge. That's good. I feel a little bit of heat starting to come off the thermostat housing there. So that's good. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I can't believe it. I can't believe it runs. So next, brakes. And then, you think it's got a transmission? I mean, I guarantee there's no brake fluid in here at all. Oh, wow. Actually, there is some brake fluid in here. Really? Interesting. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to throw some more in, but I think the master cylinder is totally shot. Let me go grab some brake fluid, guys, and we'll put a little bit of water in it. If we can get even the slightest resemblance of a brake pedal, I'm willing to try to take this thing up and down the street real quick for a little drive. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think we can disconnect the booster pack. We will bring it with us. I did put brake fluid in it, and it did no good. So I don't think we have any brakes at all. Put that down there. Set that down there. Make sure everything is out of the way. I don't want to run anything over. On my way back, I filled it up with water. It wasn't really that low. Fuel Make It Happener does not appear to be leaking anything at all, which is kind of, it's kind of impressive, if I'm being completely honest. Washed up my hands. I'm gonna fire the old girl up. Just gonna put it in reverse real quick. I do have an e-brake. I think it works. We'll need to find out for sure. Let's set the e-brake here. I'll be damned. E-brake works. It's trying to move. Let's set that e-brake. I can't believe that. I can't. It just moved. It moved on its own. I didn't see any brakes at all, but the e-brake does work. So the trick is, let's make sure we don't have anything that's gonna hit a fan. I've got this electric fuel pump just kind of sitting here. It's kind of wrapping around everything. We don't have the air cleaner on, not important. We have 0 brakes, so that's great. I think the only thing left to do is just, let's just see if we can back her out easy and just take her up and down the road real quick. I can't believe this. I bought no parts for this, guys. The only thing I installed was a part I already had in the garage, which was the electric fuel pump, just to get the fuel flowing again from the tank and out through the hard line that goes to the carburetor. That's it. That's it. Everything else, the starter, fix it with some parts I had laying around here just by jumping it. The battery came right back to life, which is almost a miracle. The fuel pump came back to life on its own. I mean, everything on this truck was fixed right here in the driveway with no parts. And remember, this thing's been parked since sometime in 2017. 8 years. Watch this. Turn of a key. That simple. That simple. All right, let's see what happens. We'll give her just a little bit of gas. Yeah, well, I don't know. It seems like, I don't think the brake pedal's doing anything. I really don't. So in an emergency situation, we use the e-brake. Easy does it. She is moving under her own power. Wow. Actually, the brakes do seem to do something. I'm not sure exactly what. Yes, the brakes, they kind of work. Kind of. Look at these mirrors. Oh my God, are you serious? This is beautiful. Power steering is smooth as butter. Yes, the brakes do work, guys. The brakes do work. If I let off, here we go. First drive. Are you serious? It shifted. Brakes? Oh, okay. We have like one brake working, so that's good enough. That's good enough. I can't believe it, guys. Look at her. Even the speedometer works. 25 miles an hour. very gently hit on the brake. She does not want to stop. She does not want to stop. These cops up here, oh, come on, man. I got no tags. I got no brakes. The brakes, yeah, they don't work. They don't work. They really don't work. Look at the signal. Do you see the auto cancel works as well? Look at the signal right there. How cool. And the left one? Oh, left one doesn't come on. Wow, guys. Running on her own gas, her own fuel pump, good oil pressure. It shifts like it's supposed to. Definitely an exhaust leak. Definitely an exhaust leak. This is impressive. Well, I don't know what else there is. We should try the air conditioning. What do you think? Maybe the AC works. No. The brakes, like when I push on them, you can hear the back wheels skidding to a stop. A new master cylinder and bleeding everything out, maybe it'd be okay. I'm assuming this is four-wheel drum brakes. I doubt there's calipers on this. So you may need wheel cylinders as well. It's hard to say. We're gonna go up the road just a little bit more, guys. I can't believe it. Is the mileage working? It is. The mileage rolls. 65,951.5 currently. It's rolling over. Transmission shifts like butter. Horn kind of works. It kind of does something. As long as I don't have to slam on the brakes, we're good. Temperature gauge, though, she is as cold as ice. Temp gauge is not working, and the fuel gauge is not working. Battery seems to be up to voltage because it's not charging up like it was earlier. It's kind of sitting towards the middle, which is good. I'm trying to be real careful and go real slow because obviously if I needed to slam on the brakes, it'd have to be the e-brake. And there is no brake pedal. None. And we're coming up on Highway 59 here, so we're going to need to be very, very careful here. And we'll get back to the house. We'll pop the hood. Unfortunately, we can't do a 10 mile in this one, guys. Not until we have brakes. If we could get the brakes fixed, I would absolutely trust this thing to do the 10-mile drive. My goal from the beginning was to just, hopefully get it running, get it to where it would drive, and then just sell it. Maybe I can make a little money off of it. But now, I'll be completely honest with you, I kind of like it. Wish I knew how to turn the radio on. Oh, she's smoking. She's smoking. Oh, she's smoking bad. Oh, the radio is on. She's smoking real bad. She ain't happy. Oh, she's got some power. She shifts great. It really does. It shifts great. And look, even the radio is on. I don't hear any sound, but the radio is on. Nothing like cruising around an old town like this in an old 1970 International Harvester, right? Let's see if we can stop. Easy, girl. She's trying. I'm having to really hit it, man. Let's not crash into my house. We'll get her back in the driveway here. Oh yeah, she'll stop. She'll stop. I'm just gonna let her kind of put herself back into the driveway. Come on, girl, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, she'll stop. She is smoking pretty good though. There we go. Idle's a little on the low side. Let's hit that e-brake. Uh-oh. There we go. Make sure the e-brake is set and working before we get out. Yeah, e-brake is holding. Make sure she's in park. Give her a little rev. I'd love to get a station on this thing, you know what I mean? Any station at all. Any station at all. Come on, give me something. No, no station. Let's a cassette tape. Anything at all? Anything? I got nothing. All right. Well. Wait. I hear something. I hear it. There's music coming out of this. You could barely hear it though. I can't get any more out of it. Let's shut her down. Temperature still hasn't moved, so would it start back up? Look, it even says parking brake on. Are you serious? Let's see if the radio. Hear it? It's not loud, but it works. That's all the way up. That's as good as I got. Cigarette lighter. We'll turn that off. Cigarette lighter doesn't work. And let's fire it up one more time. Fires up, air conditioning on, and we've got, it blows. The blower is working. Wow. And I've only got it on low. On high it doesn't work. On 2 it works. The blower's working. I mean, obviously AC's not cold. Didn't expect it to be, but guys, I'm gonna pop this hood. It takes 2 hands, and let's see how things are looking under there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm probably just as shocked as you are right now. I think the thing I'm most impressed about is that I didn't buy any parts. I did have to use that aftermarket fuel pump just to get the fuel flowing again, but other than that, I've used no other parts, man. This thing is still running on the battery that it came with. It fires right up. Most of the coolant that was in it is still in it. I just added some water, and by the way, good pressure on the cooling system. Look at that. Whew, she's warm. Good pressure on the cooling system, running on its own gasoline. Didn't do anything with spark plugs. Didn't do anything to the carburetor. It's just... it's impressive. It's impressive. And this is probably why I enjoy content on old school vehicles like these more than any of the newer stuff. I mean, the newer stuff is cool. I enjoy the new stuff too. But like these are the things I really love, because these are the vehicles that you could leave like in an apocalyptic situation or something, right? You could find these vehicles. This thing's been abandoned, guys. This thing was just left sitting, probably in somebody's field for at least 8 years. And we got it running with no parts. Okay, technically, it's not technically. I used a couple pieces of fuel line that I had in the garage. That's it. That's it. And it came right back to life. The whole truck. It runs, drives, shifts. Doesn't stop like it should. But I mean, in a situation, you know, it's an end of the world type scenario, which, you know, come on. But I'm just saying, in that situation, if you had the time and a few tools laying around to tinker, you go out there and find something like this, you get this damn thing running. These old cars and trucks, man, they are very forgiving. You can abandon them, you can abuse them, you can just leave them sitting for years and years. You can go out there one day, put a battery in it, get some fuel flowing through it, and fire the damn thing right back up again, and it will start and drive just almost like it did when you left it sitting. I don't know, guys. You can't do that with newer cars. Newer cars aren't that forgiving. I am very happy with where we're at on this project. This was my goal from the very beginning, and I didn't anticipate getting it all done in one video. This is a little bit of a shock to me. I was about to give up earlier. I was done. I was finished multiple times. I was ready to give up on this thing and come back another day. And, you know, it proved to me that it really wanted to come back to life. So now we got to figure out what to do with it. Yeah, we could go through the hassle of getting it stripped down and repainted, some rust repair and stuff done. That's going to cost quite a bit of money on this one, guys. It's going to need to be brought back down to bare metal. There's going to be a lot of little rust work that's going to have to be done on this pickup truck. I don't know that for me, it's really worth spending all of the time and money to try to get this thing done. I would like to get the brakes fixed. Brakes are important, and I think if we could get the brakes going again, that's probably where I would end with this project. So doesn't have a whole lot further to go. Maybe some wheel cylinders and probably a master cylinder, and obviously some time bleeding. Once I get through with all that, this thing is going to be a running, driving, stopping truck. And at that point, I think it's time for it to go to somebody else and let it be somebody else's project. Cool old pickup truck, man. I probably overpaid for it. Like I said, I'm gonna let you guys drop your comments below and tell me what you think. But for this video, I'm happy and I'm done. So do me a favor, guys. If you enjoy this type of content, reviving old vehicles, man, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.